All right, boys and girls, so this week we are talking about things that are little and things that are huge, big, enormous. All right, so yesterday we talked about some bears. Today we're going to talk about two different animals, okay? So think of a mouse. That's the first animal that we're going to talk about this morning is a mouse. Now think, is a mouse something that is small or something that is giant? Can you tell me? Yes, it is something that is small, small, small. It's smaller than you, right? Very good. And what does a mouse do you think? Yeah, maybe it runs around, but you know what? I think sometimes it eats some cheese. Have you ever seen that? Yeah, maybe it eats some food off the ground. That's why we have to clean up after ourselves, children. But sometimes it eats food off the ground. And so when it eats food, it grabs it with its little hands. So, ooh, we're a mouse. Pick up your cracker and it gnaws like this. It goes. Say the word gnaws. Gnaws means that you're not putting it in your mouth and taking a bite. It means you're taking really, 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 really small bites, okay? So you're not eating the whole thing at once. So if you're gnawing on a cookie, you might take 6 bites, and that would be gnawing, okay? So it's really small bites, which makes sense because what size is a mouse? Small. So we're gonna write our sentence about our mouse today. Turn on those listening ears. Ready? A gnawing mouse is small. Say that. A gnawing mouse is small. Let's pat it. Ready, go. A gnawing mouse is small. Good job. Let's count it. Ready? Let me see if you can do it without Miss Velasquez. Ready, go. How many words did you count? All right, let's see if yours is the same as mine. Ready? A gnawing mouse is small. Very good. Now, let's go ahead and, how many words is that? 5 words. Let's go ahead and write our first sentence. Here we go. A gnawing. What's the first sound you hear in gnawing? The letter N. But this is a different type of word. It starts with a G. It's a silly word. Does it say, but it is still gnawing even though it starts with a G. So, a gnawing mouse. What's the first sound you hear in mouse? The letter M. Good. A gnawing mouse is. What's the first sound you hear in is? The letter I. A gnawing mouse is small. What's the first sound you hear in small? The letter S. Good job. When Miss Elastic says a gnawing mouse is small, am I asking you something or telling you something? Telling you something. So what do I put as my punctuation? A period. Very good. Now, we know that this is one sentence because there's how many periods? 1. We're going to write another sentence after it. Remember, the period means stop. So, a gnawing mouse is small. Now it's time for our next sentence. Listen. Let me talk about that animal first. The other animal we're going to talk about is a lion. Now, think, is a lion a small animal or a giant animal? Yes, it's a giant animal. It's really, really large. And it's way bigger than the mouse that we talked about. Very good. And what does a lion sound like? Roar. Very good. And whenever a lion roars, that means it's roaring. Say roaring. Good job. Listen to my sentence. A roaring lion is big. Say that. A roaring lion is big. We're not going to count those words. We're just going to write it. So I'm going to choose a different color so that we know it's another sentence. Ready? A roaring. What's the first sound you hear in roaring? The letter R. A roaring lion. What's the first sound you hear in lion? The letter L is big. What's the first sound you hear in big? The letter B. What do I put at the end of this sentence? A roaring lion is big. Is it a question mark or a period? A period, because I'm telling you something. Very good. All right, we're gonna read our two sentences. So ready, here we go. A gnawing mouse is small. Say that with me, ready? A gnawing mouse is small. Our next sentence, a roaring lion is big. Say that. A roaring lion is big. Now we're gonna read our two sentences all together. Remember, when we get to the period, that means take a break. Here we go. A gnawing mouse is small. A roaring lion is big. Very good. Now, how many sentences do we have there? Two sentences. How can you tell that there are two sentences? Yep, you can tell there are two sentences because of how many punctuations there are. We have two periods, which tells us there are two sentences. Very good. All right, we're going to learn all about this gnawing mouse. Be a gnawing mouse with me. And our roaring lion later today.